everybody, and welcome on back to the Manchester United career mode here in FC 26. We officially got the career mode off and underway yesterday. Thank you very much for coming back if you are indeed back for episode 2. If you are back for the next episode and you haven't hit subscribe, then please be sure to do so. I'd super appreciate it. But anyway, in the last episode, we built up this formation. I have actually switched it to a 4-2-1-3 formation because, again, I've got, Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro, my best midfielder options alongside the center attacker midfielder Fernandez, and I just completely forgot that this formation existed. So shout out to this one comment for actually saying, oh, yes, this exists. Thank you for reminding me. So now everyone is more or less playing in the exact position that they're supposed to be playing in. And honestly, look, the starting 11, it needs a bit of work. Everything about this team needs a bit of work, but the position we've got ourselves in the Premier League isn't too bad. Early days, but we are in 6th place, which is an absolute dreamland situation for Manchester United nowadays. Of course, you know, we are only 9 games into the season, but currently sitting in a Conference League place. Hell, it's not like we have any European football to worry about this season. But anyway, in the last episode, I did indeed ask you guys to try to give me some possible transfers to make for the upcoming window, because we didn't decide to do any transfers in the first window. That's just happened in real life. And with your feedback, I have compiled a bit of a short list. We don't have exact information on all these players yet, but we will soon. The first one is Lamens, the goalkeeper, who actually signed in real life for Manchester United, but in this earlier copy of the game, some of the transfers hadn't exactly been done, and so we missed out on him, which means I'm going to have to pay double, but I could maybe go in for him. He was definitely a goalkeeper option that was recommended to me quite a bit, but there was another one that was recommended, and it's definitely one I can get behind. It's Emiliano Martinez, who was, of course, heavily linked, and some people thought it was more or less a done deal that he'd be coming to Manchester United. Didn't quite happen. Maybe we could pick him up here. Another player that was super heavily requested, like I feel like I got no choice but to pick him up, is Carlos Baleba here from Brighton and Hove Albion. We, again, don't have full stats or full information on him, but I think he would definitely be a solid addition, a great center defensive midfielder option. Another player I saw a recommendation to pick up, I mean, I'm not really sure how I would fit him in the team because we've already got some pretty good players in his areas, center attacking midfield and left wing, but Kenan Yildiz would be a great pickup. I don't know, maybe I could swap the formation back to a 2 center midfield, 1 center attacking midfielder, and play him as like a left CM. Don't know if that's the best role for him, but we could put him there. He is undeniably a brilliant young talent. But yeah, thank you so much for your suggestions. We'll scout those players, and we're going to scout a couple more that I just took upon myself to make or just to have a look at. We need some depth in terms of our defense and center back, so I've gone with this man as a possible signing, the Brazilian Murillo here from Nottingham Forest. I reckon he would be a very good pickup. Could be expensive, but still. Another signing I'm looking into in midfield is, and I'll be honest, I don't know exactly how to pronounce this lad's name, but I'm pretty confident it's like Yorogiza. I'm pretty confident that's pretty close. Mikel Yorogiza. I want to pick up Yorogiza. And another option is this man, Nico Paz, who has been absolutely killing it in Lake Como, and he's been doing pretty decently. Of course, Real Madrid think they want to try to get him back. He definitely looks like another high-quality future talent. And speaking of Real Madrid, look, I'm going to be honest. This would be a pretty crazy one, but it's more of like he's a player that's available that could be picked up. Would Manchester United ever make a move for Rodrigo? I'm not sure. We've already got Mbuemo, who we signed this season, but low-key, he's not been going all that great for me. Hopefully it changes in this episode. We shall find out. Anyway, we are getting back into the Premier League action here. Some big games, like, of course, Nottingham Forest away to start. Then we've got Tottenham away. I think I'll probably play them because they're looking like a decent threat this season. We have also got Everton and Crystal Palace, and we have taken a 2-1 loss to start the day. That's a brilliant start. The only positive I can think of is that Mbeumo ended up scoring his first goal so far this season, but in a losing effort, and after they got a red card. Are you kidding me? The simulations, they giveth and they taketh away, and so far it's been balanced, I would say, but that is a poor result. I mean, an expected result in real life, but not what we want to have here at all. Let's take on Tottenham Hotspur then. We've slid down to 9th position. We cannot get back into the bottom 10. We want to be at the very least in the top 10 of the Premier League. And if we can pick up a win here today, I don't know if we would overtake Tottenham, but we'll keep within those, just touching distance of European football of any sort for next season. That's what we want. Again, a new formation, but basically the exact same formation in a weird way. We are just slightly moving or pushing our two centre mids back into CDM, but regardless though, it is essentially identical. We're off though and underway. We'll see if Casemiro and Ugarte get up in support at least with this new formation, but I don't know. Let's find it out. Well, we've got a little something going on here. Hello. We're sort of out here. Mateus Cunha is not quite fully away, and I don't have a lot cutting in here. Can Ugarte hit them? Not really. Oh, good pressure. Got him to clear it. What? These mascots. It's taking a bit of time for me to get used to. Oh, my God. It's another half where I just cannot score because this AI seems to really hold the possession a lot. It goes back. It's playing like goddamn Harambe. But second half underway, and now the lights have hit, haven't they? I'm loving the dynamic weather and time and difference and all that. It's so cool. Okay. We're at least moving again down the right-hand side. I've crossed too many times and been left wanting. I don't want to do it anymore. Ugarte. We got Fernandez on his left. Oh, on his right, maybe. I don't know. That was not what I wanted. But Vicario stops it. Oh, Brennan Johnson. No. No. Why did he not cut that back? You selfish bastard. He wanted another one. Another one against United. This is the rematch of the Europa League final after all. Oh, for God's sakes. Van de Ven makes a mockery of Fernandez. That is a long effort, and that's wide. Oh, come on. That's real out wide. Oh, my. This motherfucker is born offside. Every time I get him involved in the game, you are that open, and you still find a way to be offside. Great pressure. Hello. Get him away. That is incredible. Right at the end. Sheshko, are you in a decent area? How fucking slow is Fernandez? I mean, it is Van de Ven catching, but bloody hell. I just look up for half a second and Van de Ven has just transported himself 10 meters in front. It's another goalless draw, guys. We cannot score for shit. This is all very concerning considering that all the transfers I wanted to make aren't even really about the front three at all. Like, I just was trying to get the midfield and the defense going. There seemed to be no response to Mbeumo today considering his dribbling. We were impressed. I will continue to encourage him, but at the same time, if he keeps every goddamn time I pass him the ball, he's offside, I'm chopping off his shoulders. I'm sick of it. We have now begun to slide into 10th position. Everton are doing a lot worse than we are though, so we could be in again a worse position. And now we are in a worse position. Oh my God, this is a fucking phenomenal start, isn't it? Oh, this is great. All that work in the first episode, right? We're just pissing that down the drain, aren't we? It is looking like the real Manchester United is coming out, isn't it? Oh, this is insane. 4 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Even our goal difference is +4. Are we? Come on, man. We have more scouted players that have come through, and I mean, we have found a couple of pretty good ones. Now, this is something that's very interesting. I am noticing that players are being sold by the board when I am having absolutely no process in like approving or disapproving any transfers. Tyrell Malacia has just been sold for £5.7 million. Now look, I cannot stress that all these offers that have come in, I did not approve that from Crystal Palace. It was the board. I don't know if that's a bug or I don't know if this is now a feature where players are just going to get sold and you've got no control over it. That's a bit scary. But yeah, including Luke Shaw, I suppose, and Diogo Dalot, who can play in that position. We've got Patrick Dorgu, who's got good potential. Malacia's potential is obviously not really as high. And yeah, well, it's not the worst loss in the end. But damn, I suppose this is something I have to look out for now. We have a game against Crystal Palace, who are up in 6th and have had a good start to the season. And we have managed to at least score, but not been able to win again, so that's more drop points to a team technically higher up in the table than us. We now have all the information on all the players in our shortlist too, by the way, so we've got values and everything, and we can figure out who's going to cost what. 40 million will probably have to be what I need to pay for Lamens, which that's 40 million I could have possibly saved either way. What's really interesting, however, is that Emiliano Martinez is worth half that. Half that price. You're kidding me. Honestly, I'm starting to think that might work out in our favor very nicely. The other big target in Carlos Baleba, he is going to cost about 50 million too. So again, we have a good budget. We can afford these players, but I'm not going to be able to sign absolutely everybody. You know, for example, like Urigiza ended up costing about what, or will cost 40 plus million. Keenan Yildiz is going to be like 60 million. And again, Rodrigo, I think, is a pipe dream at 128 million for a guy who's supposedly supposed to be on the way out. But nah, lads, look, if you don't mind me, I'm going to get probably the biggest, most requested signing, which will be that of Carlos Baleba. We will sign him. He will probably run about 50 million. If I start the negotiations at 40, where does that take us? It takes us to 32 million plus Martinez. Now, do I want to let him go, Lisandro Martinez? I'm not quite sure. He's not exactly playing for me right now or that much, but I think he's still worth hanging on to, so I'll just stick with pure cash. And we now are getting somewhere. 10% sell-on clause plus 49. I'll bump that down a bit, but I think we're good. 47.5 plus 10%. I imagine that should be all right. Oh my God. He's one of these people. Fine, you can have him. Or you can have the extra 500,000. 48 mil it is. He's on 65k a week. I'm going to offer 80. Hopefully that doesn't scare him away. No, it's fine. And Carlos Baleba will be a Manchester United man in just a month's time. For 48 million pounds, welcome to Manchester United. And what do we get for the ranking? Oh, it's only a C. Ha! And while I'm here, I might address our goalkeeper situation as well. We have got Lamens here. Again, like we said, he's going to cost 40 million. He might have higher potential, but he won't get there in time. An 85 rated Martinez, honestly, that's pretty close to Lamens' potential anyway. So I may as well just go for Martinez, hoping he can hold his overall here, at least for a season or two. Let's do it then. I'm going to get the ball rolling here with, Unai Emery at 20 million. And again, why is everyone obsessed with Lisandro Martinez, man? They want to do a straight swap for him. Clearly, I don't know. They know something I don't. We're not going to do that. We'll make it 22 and let's call it a day. All right, there we go. Unai Emery, you're not getting Martinez. Suddenly, I feel like I need to put Martinez in my starting 11 because what the hell? I must imagine 100k a week should get the job done here. We're still going to have 55 million left in our budget after this. And there's a second signing. Emiliano Martinez now joins for 22 million. We're going to get an 82 and an 85 rated player joining us next month. Can't believe it. It's so soon. And we're still going to have currently 55 million in the budget to work with. Is that enough to get Murillo, who I think would probably be my next most preferred pick, honestly? And while I was in the squad hub, I thought, well, why not maybe just make sure all the contracts are up to date? I go to give Harry Maguire a new contract, and the player is not looking to negotiate. Are you telling me that this lad is going to bugger off at the end of the season? There's nothing I can do about it. Do we have to sell Harry Maguire? Can I at least renegotiate with Casemiro? No, this is very concerning indeed. Honestly, I'd have been happy to hang on to Harry Maguire for another season or so. But yeah, maybe it might be unfortunately happening a little sooner. Anyway, though, a quick look at the Youth Academy. You can see that some of the players that we have picked up have gone and ended up blowing up in overall and potential. The biggest one by far is Ollie Heinreich here. 90 to 94 potential. We have basically got one of the greatest midfielders of all time from 15 years from now in our youth academy. We've actually got multiple players that could have high 80s to almost 90 potential. This Apollo Lazaridis fella is only 5'2" at 14 years of age. I mean, hell, all these players that have got super high potential are either 14 or 15 and we can't call them up yet. The one player it looks like I can call up is Santi Cabrera. So maybe I can leave him in the youth academy for a little while longer. He is 18 though. Actually, I won't chance it. Let's actually promote him. And maybe I can promote this other German fellow we signed called Tim Richter. I think I saw one comment saying that he looked so good that he's off the Richter scale. And I don't know whether I should hate that comment or stand up and applaud. But either way, Richter is getting promoted to the new team. Let's go. He's in the senior squad. We haven't really found that much, to be fair, in England or in Greece in this recent update. Has the mad lad Andre Kunitz found anything in this month? Oh my God, this Kunitz is cooking. This is unbelievable. Giannis Peterson with a max 76 overall, 94 max potential. Hell yes, we can sign him. Ben Westphal has got max 78 overall, max 93 potential. We can pick him up. Some lovely new additions to the Youth Academy, but now we've got some Youth Academy graduates coming to the senior squad. Tim Richter and Cabrera. Great high potentials, and honestly already higher rated than Obi here, our reserve striker. I have got, by the way, all of these younger players that are lower overall in my team loan listed, getting ready for next season. So Santi Cabrera, maybe I'll try to squeeze a game in with him or something just to give him a shot, see what he's made of. Maybe could do the same with Tim Richter too, but hey, we will see. The month of December is always big and stacked full of games, so rotations will be necessary. Let's see how we go at the end of this pretty big month. Where is it going to set us up going into the tail end of the season? Our first game in the month of December was against West Ham United at Old Trafford. In a big need of a win, Brian Mbeumo got us off to a brilliant start in the 4th minute, opening the scoring with an assist from Benjamin Šeško. Manchester United did not rest on their laurels and continued to attack the West Ham goal even after going 1-0 up. And this domination would continue into the second half with a lovely goal, a powerful strike from Matheus Cunha on his left foot, fed in by Casemiro to make it 2-0 for United. One of the strongest performances of the season so far, and it ended Manchester United 2, West Ham 0. Our next game coming up is against Wolverhampton Wanderers away. We rotated the team a little bit, and it clearly didn't quite work out how we wanted, but Joshua Zirkzee managed to get a goal and make it 1-1, so points shared on the road. Our next game is against Bournemouth, who are actually only in 15th position and struggling. Back at home, back up to full strength, and we still only get a draw. We've been robbed of 3 points by Clivert, a goal in the 88th minute. Šeško scored our goal. We haven't tasted defeat yet this month, but those are that is a game that we absolutely could have won, and the extra 2 points would have been big. And away against Aston Villa, big result. We get the win here against them with a 2-1 win. Matheus Cunha ends up scoring the winning goal. Šeško got the other. Unbelievable. 2 wins and 2 draws. I'm absolutely taking. We've got Newcastle at home. That's a big game. We've got ourselves up into 7th position. There's a lot of points between us and like 4th place, however. But it is just good, you know. It is good to be right here and in and amongst it, and not like, you know, closer to relegation. Newcastle are in 3rd as well, so a win against them here would be pretty big too. Top of the table currently, Manchester City with 40 points, so we're quite a way away from them. Not that I was trying to win the league in my first season. I am getting a bit concerned at the continued decline of Casemiro's overall. I'm thinking maybe Kobe Mino will probably be the one to start most games from here on out, because we may as well get his potential going, get his overall going. Ugarte can stay, he's doing all right. Back line's holding pretty well. Hell, Delit's going up in overall. Delo is going up in overall. Cunha's going up in overall. We've just quietly had Mbeumo get up to an 86. Even Šeško's going up. We have some young players, they are on the up. This is maybe why we're starting to see a little bit of improvement here in our results. On top of Kobe Mino, I'm also giving Lenny Yoro a start over Harry Maguire. If I can't re-sign Maguire, that's a bit of a concern too. I need to get some other centre-backs in, again, like Murillo maybe next month. You always hate to do it to your own team when you play against them in career mode, but I'm going to have no choice. I really want to win, because, you know, if we can stay in touching distance of the top 4-5, who knows? Not only European football is possible, but possibly even could we reach Champions League in Season 1? I have struggled to score as of late, however, though, so I've got to figure that out first. And now move it on forward. We got Šeško. Great run, overlapping run. Oh my God, please. Cunha, yes. Cunha, you've got to do it, son. And by Cunha, I mean Šeško! Let's go! Hey, Šeško, let's go. Tesco. Man United 1-0. Totally opened up Newcastle. We had all the time in the world to figure that one out. Sesko's up to 6 goals now. Mino, a 1-2. Oh, Oh, yeah. Yes! We've got Embuemo going now as well. This is terrific. What a start. He just stayed onside, and from a tight angle, I was almost looking to cut it back in again, but we have found the side netting just about perfectly right there. Oh my goodness, where has this been? This is incredible. Incredible. What a pass. Oh, Sesko, why did you have to peel off, man? God, he's gone through the legs there. I should have maybe just had a shot. Oh, Wissa. What an effort from long range. That is about the best and only shot I think Newcastle has had all day. If that's the best look that they can get, we left him pretty open, but in the end, that's well off. Don't think we have time to go forward again. Look at this. It's well open. Oh, my God, please. Figure this out. Figure this out. I was thinking of squaring it. Just finish it off. Oh, my God. They are completely exposed, Newcastle. All this talk about 007 and whatnot with Benjamin Sesko. Nah, he's up now to 7. 7 Premier League goals in 17 appearances. He's got another one. He's on a hat-trick. And now surely he's got to have won us the game. I mean, we're 3-0 up with 45 minutes to play at home, and we are just cruising. Sesko's so good, he scored a goal from, like, the other side of the post. Ooh, Wissa, Gordon. I'm not going to get in front of him. What a save. Oh, my God. What a save. Right back into the same area. De Ligt is about as pissed as I am. Oh, my God. Maybe that's what I get for playing on authentic. Somehow I don't think if I was on competitive gameplay, that ball would have bounced back that savagely. That is some shitty defending. That is some shitty defending. He's up to 10 goals for the season. Look, that was all on me. That was an absolute fucking garbage bit of defending right there. But are we taking the piss? Bayern Deer, stop giving it right fucking back to him, dude. Are you kidding me? 2 goals the exact same way. Sesko, that's a nice move. Oh, he's on a hat-trick, remember? And now he's got a hat-trick! Oh, if you don't mind the roulette, that worked out very nicely, and we have got our breathing space back. There you go. Oh, my Lord, right on Fabian's share. That is some brutal stuff, but a great finish. Oh, I'd say that's about it, although we might have one last chance. Didn't really knock it forward that far. Embuemo is in front. He is in front. We have got a man at the back stick. It's 4 for Sesko! Oh, my God. You're joking. 5 goals in a game. I mean, yes, they're obviously not going to throw numbers back, are they, and play low block when they're losing, but goodness. Sesko's got just enough pace to stay in front, to keep his position. It's a simple tap in, but what a performance. 5-2 and 7 goals. That'll make up for all the goalless draws that we've had lately. I think that should. And we have finally got our first hat-trick of the season. From 4 attempts only. What a ruthless killer. Bro's almost gone and doubled his season tally in 1 game. 5-2. Only 1 game left in the month, and then we're in the transfer window, and then we're getting our new signings. After bloody Bayern Deer continued to just push it right back to Gordon, I'm like, great timing, to be honest with you. And it looks like we have successfully gone undefeated in the month of December, but it's not going to be another win. It is going to be another Sesko goal, however. We draw 1-1 with Wolves, but now we're in January, a transfer window, and finally the first transfer window we're actually able to engage in this season. We sit in the Premier League 7th after those results. A lot of draws, which I'm not surprised about, but anyway, it's a mighty gap still to Newcastle United in that 4th place. With like 9 points, we need to chase them before the end of the season. Is a Champions League place just a little too much for us to ask in this first season? Arsenal are actually up in first, and Liverpool are starting to climb up after their slow start. Anyway, looking at the inbox, we see Malacia, the signing that I didn't actually approve, has happened, and now he's off to Crystal Palace, so we're without him, but we have now got Carlos Baleba, and we have now got Emiliano Martinez as our number 1. In goes Martinez, 85 rated, and now we have got Carlos Baleba on the left-hand side alongside Ugarte with Fernandez, 87 rated. In fact, now the entire starting 11 is 80 plus or higher. That is good as well. So that's looking a little bit more respectable now as a Manchester United starting 11. I am not quite done though, however, with transfers and loaning, bringing players back. You know, I think, can we bring Marcus Rashford back just for a little bit more added depth? I don't see why the hell not. It's only going to cost us $500,000 to bring him back. So we're recalling Rashford back from his loan. We can now get a good look at Emi Martinez in the Manchester United colours, and why not take a look at Baleba as well in his red of Manchester United. Only 21 and 82 overall with good potential. Let's do it. Can I sign and maybe give out new contracts to Maguire and Casemiro if I even want to keep Casemiro at this point? Tom Heaton, I won't bother giving a new offer to. Hell, I'll just bring back one of our loaned back goalkeepers and just have him as on standby if needed. But Casemiro, can I offer him a new contract? No. And Harry Maguire, no. I cannot engage in negotiations. What is going on there? This is really concerning because we're in the January transfer window. This lad could end up going for free if we're not careful. Look, I think instead the play's going to have to be this. We're going to have to go with Murillo here from Nottingham Forest. 83 rated, going to cost about 60 million. We do have that. And we have Harry Maguire. Maybe I can include him in the deal. Let's offer him as much as he's only worth like 12 million. Hopefully that maybe helps cut into the deficit a little bit. We'll maybe round it up to 32 and then see how they react to that. And they return with basically 45 million, and that manager for Nottingham Forest is going to need updating. All right, look, let's just like get this deal done. 41 million, come on, that'll leave us with 21 million in the budget, and we have got it. We have got our man. Look, I didn't really want to let go of Harry Maguire, but with this weird contract situation, I may not have a choice. We are bringing in Murillo. The deal is done. Another Brazilian is joining Manchester United, and this is a heck of a pickup. I'm very happy with it. Sad to be losing Maguire, but still, it had to be done. 83 rated, just like Matthias de Ligt, same overall as well. And he's only, 3 years younger too. Let me tell you now, people, this team is turning into something special. I can sense it, and I'm not even done. Knowing that Casemiro, I'm not able to renew his contract either for whatever reason, means I probably need to do something about him as well. So we are making the signing of the Spaniard. You know him. We love him. It's Giza. If we want to make this deal happen, we're going to have to probably sell other players too. And look, I have got some players transfer listed, including Casemiro himself. Mason Mount, I could maybe let go of if it means we get in this new Spanish lad, this midfielder. And Rasmus Højlund, I probably could let him go anyway, especially with Šeško, Xerxes. He's like, honestly, a third string choice striker. We can do without him. In the meantime, though, we've reached the Premier League game against Leeds United. They're 19th, not going all too well. I would say we've strengthened our position quite nicely, and it has resulted in a win away from home, with Šeško and Fernandes getting the goals. We actually have quite an easier start to the January month with bloody Burnley away, and then obviously the FA Cup begins against Barnsley for us, we should be able to do. We've got some players getting loaned out right now as well, so say goodbye to Obi. He's gone for 2 years. Hopefully he does well. We are letting the future of this club, the young ones, get their experience. Benjamin Šeško just keeps banging in the goals, man. He gets a brace to win us the game against Burnley, who are rock bottom of the table, so thank God for that. And I mean, can you believe this now from Benjamin Šeško, the run that he has been on this month, last month, and even further back? It's just incredible now, up to 15 goal contributions, 13 goals in the Premier League, and no one's even remotely close. I mean, Matheus Cunha has had some good improved performances, and Buemo's popped up occasionally, still not been the guy that I thought he would have been for an 86 overall. We have an offer here from Newcastle for Mason Mount. That is possibly doable right there. Hopefully I don't scare them away, but I'm going to try to bump that up maybe to 15 million. Come on, splash out Saudi money of yours. We know that you've got it. And they're going to take it. Thank you very much, Eddie Howe. We have currently got Al Hilal and bloody Galatasaray fighting for the services of Casemiro. Let me just say too, by the way, shout out you know, EA and career mode. I mean, that actually kind of sounds realistic. I could totally see him going to either of those clubs after he's done at Man United. But we may be about to lose him for basically nothing. We'll be losing his value if he ends up going and signing an agreement soon. We've been offered a swap deal for Højlund, which I'm not interested in. Can we just get them to pay cash? We have removed the exchange player, and let's just go for hell. I'm even going to keep it pretty conservative and say 16. Just to make the deal happen. I probably could have got a couple mil there extra, but whatever. If we end up selling both Højlund and Mason Mount, then we should have enough cash to make the signing or the swap of Casemiro for, what's his name again? You're a geezer. Of course, how could I forget? We've reached the third round of the FA Cup, aka our first round. I've also gone ahead and updated our second string team starting 11 as well, our second team sheet, and it's still got some good names in it. Now that we've recalled Rashford, he gets a run there. Xerxes as well, Ahmad, Diallo, or Dallo, whatever, right back as well, you know. Honestly, not a bad team. It should hopefully take down Barnsley. It simply has to in the FA Cup here. Oh yeah, and it does. What about this from Marcus Rashford? It's a hat trick in basically his first game back. That's a statement. I mean, even if it is Barnsley, that's a statement. It looks like we have successfully sold Mason Mount, by the way, because he is on his way out of the doors, and I can only assume to Newcastle. Oh my God, but so too is Casemiro. We are not going to get any value for him. So I don't know if we can we still sign Eurogeezer? We at least get the 15 million for Mason Mount. I honestly would maybe have not let that happen if I knew that bloody Casemiro was going to go for free. Apparently we did very well to get the money we did though. God damn, everything's happening. Højlund's also gone for that 16 million at the same time. Maybe we still do have enough cash to get Eurogeezer. How long am I going to keep this bit going? All right, it's 44 million. I think that could be enough. It should be enough. The most they're wanting is probably 47 million. So maybe we can do it. That is a hefty sell-on clause, but with all things considered, I will probably allow it. 40 million, and let's call it at that. With the 15% sell-on clause, oh, for crying out loud, man. Let it happen. I'm just nervous about the wage situation when we actually get to the contract signing, and finally he accepts. Bloody hell, that took a while. But do we have enough left over in the budget to complete the signing? I think, thankfully, the answer is yes. Oh, thank God for that. That was a scare. Oh, bloody hell, and in the end, they want a little bit more. But you know what? Fine, you can have it. It's done. We've got our man over the line. Welcome to Manchester United. You're a geezer. God, he's been given the 7 by default. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if I agree with that, but hey, maybe he can have it. Who knows, unless someone else comes along. 41 million in the end, what we spent for him. Bloody hell, I think we got Baleba for about the same, if not, you know, almost less. Let's have a look at our transfer history, because it's been long, hasn't it? Malacia ended up getting sold. It wasn't my choice, but whatever. Baleba we spent 48 million on. Okay, so a bit more there. Martinez we got for pretty cheap at 22. We loaned away some players. We brought Murillo in for 43. We unfortunately lost Casemiro for free. Couldn't include him as part of a deal. Rasmus Højlund we sold for 16. Mount for 15. And Eurogeezer in for 41 million. Casemiro is now rotting from starting 11 at the start of the season to now rotting in the reserves, waiting to piss off to Saudi Arabia. That's a crazy couple of months. I'm honestly a little out of breath, lads. We've done so much in this first 2 weeks of the transfer window that we have to get back to reality. We have to get back to football. Another Manchester derby, this time at home, and it's a great opportunity to get a good look now at our new somewhat look Manchester United team. This is going to be, I know, a huge contest. They are top of the table. I know that we don't have much of a hope of trying to stop them, of winning the league. I mean, we hope Arsenal or maybe even a Liverpool can do that, but it's not really like either of those other options are that great either. With the signings we have made, however, we are going to set ourselves up to be in a position to try and win the Premier League maybe next season. And it looks like we're battling it out in the snow today as well. So, yep, winter officially has hit. But how good does this look now? The starting 11, the back line's just a little updated. The midfield's a little updated. Front three remains the same, but who cares when Benjamin Sesko's been banging one in every single game, it feels like, at this rate. In the snow, another Manchester derby. This time, it's at Old Trafford. Can we get the win? Uh-oh, Dooku. Haaland. Whoa! That is completely errant from Erling Haaland, of all people. I thought, on God, that was going to be 1-0. He hit it hard, but just not on target. Oh, good tackle. Mazraoui. And now Mbeumo. And now Šeško. Oh, just a sliver. I thought he was going to be a little off, but unbelievable. It's not actually Mbeumo this time that's offside, but the guy that he's passing to. God, that's barely off. Oh, we're linking up with a little something here. Ugarte, somehow gone around. Somehow. Oh, they've lost Mbeumo. Please. Yes! They totally lost him. And that, I think, is the first goal that I've scored with Mbeumo in this career mode so far. What a time to get it. We lead 1-0 in the derby and brilliantly taken in the end. Rashford's happy to be back. Look at him. He's buzzing. He's got actual joy on his face in a Manchester United, not shirt, but jacket. The feel-good factor is back, all right? The club is believing again. We have the lead at half-time. We aren't exactly thumping Man City like we did to Newcastle, but God, if Haaland had scored that chance, that would have been a totally different half. I couldn't help but feel. Oh, no one's picking him up. Haaland has got that goal that he missed in the first half, and he's brought Manchester City level. Of course he has. Who was that in the way? Don't tell me it was the new man. Oh, Murillo, you are having such a good game. How did you not get the inside shoulder to block that? So, we're bringing on our substitutes. Let's see if we can get that lead back. Oh, Baleba. Come on, good tackle. We've got Šeško. Hold up play there. Up over the top. Oh, my God. On debut, it's not Rashford. It's Fernandes! Fernandes to make it 2-1. I baited you boys for a second, didn't I? You thought Rashford was going to get that goal on his return. No, he is going to give it up and do the right thing. Fernandes is there for the simple tap in and 2-1. Oh, that's not a bad ball in either. Reinders, Haaland, get on him. What sort of control is that? De Ligt. Oh, that's a brilliant clearance. The keeper's sure up a long way. Ball up into the box. Away, not quite from Murillo. The new man, Baleba, clears it. And that's going to do it. Solid debut from that man, or first time playing with him. He looked quite solid in the middle. And that is a big win. The team is ticking. It is ticking. We are cooking. Look at this. We're suddenly only 3 points away from a spot in the top 4. But what an episode this was. We've added some serious talent, some great players to come off the bench, some great players to start in the starting 11. Šeško's on fire. Manchester United's on fire. And that will do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to watch another one, then be sure to check out this video as well to keep on watching plenty more.